Hi, I'm Isabella Johnson, and I am one of the senior mentors at Eisenhower High School.
What is the best part of being a mentor?
I've seen a lot of people grow. And in my first semester of being a mentor, I had some pretty tough students, not gonna lie. Took time with them, and it takes a lot of time to deal with someone that doesn't have the care or never grew up with that kind of strategy. It was more difficult because that's not how I grew up. So everyone grows up differently, and so with those certain students, I took time, and it was hard because sometimes they want to show up to class, and the only thing you want to do is show them that there's a different way. Just because your parents didn't, your grandparents didn't, your sister didn't, doesn't mean like you can't do it yourself. And I wanted to make that known to them. I went through that whole semester working with them, and it was hard at first, but you know something's changing when they start saying hi to you in the hallway, they start getting out of trouble, they start showing up to class, and you see them actually wanting to learn something. And not everyone can see that, but the small things really pop out to me whenever I know who you are. And I really saw that in some of them. I'm really, really proud of them for the people who did. That was really, really cool. And the people that didn't, doesn't mean they're not going to. I think they're still on the road, and they still have a chance to do something and be something. I chose personally to be a mentor because I've always loved meeting new people. I don't care if it's on the street or with my family, friends, I don't care. I love meeting new people, and this is my 16th school. And with that being said, it's been very hard fitting in with people and being good in class and having good grades. And with all of that, I saw this sign up for being a mentor, not knowing exactly what it is, asking questions like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. Like, we get to talk to little kids about like how our ninth grade went, how we can maybe change their perspective on things, and how they choose to maybe live the rest of their 4 years or the rest of their life. It's a cool thing to me, because I mean, maybe if I had that, I would maybe like choose to do different things throughout my whole life probably. So I saw a paper and I signed up for it, and there was a QR code, and honestly, I didn't think I was gonna make it. I went through a really, really hard time, and I wasn't doing so good in school, and I was like, there's no way. There's like, I'm determined, I want to do it, and I feel like I can speak to others that maybe have the same problems I have been going through. And I'm not the type of person to show you that I'm going through anything, but most definitely am. And you can even ask Mayfield. He says that he was even questionable about letting me join, and that's not really like something to be proud of, but he gave me a chance, and with that chance I took it, and I went to camp, and it was a very fun experience, and we had new people to meet, new things to do. I learned how to kayak. I had some fun talking to people and learning different ways to talk to people, different ways to handle things, and let alone just experience. And experience is always good to me.
The order and activities of the Navigator program creates lasting change and measurable growth individually and collectively for students and their families. Perspective is found in the blue trail, the first trail on the hike. The second trail, Orange Trail, dives deep into fixed and growth mindset and is hiked prior to Scenic Outlook, which explores love languages.
In the curriculum, what stands out to you the most as something that helped you grow personally?
Perspective, and also love languages, weirdly. Because I think it's helped my relationships with everyone that's in my life. And with the perspective is a very, very big thing in life, especially because I've met people that are super close-minded, and they have a fixed mindset to where they're just very, this is how it is, this is how I'm gonna think, this is the way it is, this is the way I see it, and there's nothing else. And so they're gonna go through their whole life thinking this is the only way, and they're gonna tell people that, they'll tell the kids, they'll tell whoever, and there will be there's no learning in that. With the growth mindset, I believe you have opportunities to learn so much. We're gonna throw an example out. You see a picture, and it's one of those pictures where you can see a duck and a bunny. You show someone and they're like, that's a bunny, like that's only a bunny. And the other person's like, oh no, that's definitely a duck. Like I see a duck. And they're so determined, like, oh no, that's not that way. You're seeing it wrong. Like, this is the way it looks. This is the way it is. They're looking at different angles. And maybe if the person that sees a duck looks at the bunny at that angle, they see something else and they're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like, that can be possible.
I've heard, the high schools don't always get along with one another. Do you think this curriculum or this program has the opportunity to break down those barriers?
Yes, breaking down that barrier of just plain out hatefulness for no reason. I honestly think there's not a reason to be hateful towards a different school and other kids just because they're from a different school, a different place.
Did you have to make any sacrifices to be a mentor?
I think yes. With being a mentor, you don't want to be, you need to make sure that you look a certain way, not look, but act, and you want to make that reality. You don't want to make that a fake person. That's who you are. And being a mentor, I think there's a lot of responsibility. And I took that as, I want to be someone people look up to. I want to be seen in the hallway as, oh my gosh, I can go to her. I'm having a problem, I need to go to her. Or she knows what she wants to do. And maybe like give them motivation to do what they want to do.
How have you seen freshmen grow because of this class or this time with their mentors?
I think that I've seen a lot of people grow, not just the way they think, but the way they go about their high school years.
Has this changed your family?
It has definitely changed. Yes, with love languages, I would say that I never looked at how they wanted to be loved, and I think that creates conflict, especially because my family's not full together, not full-blooded, so with different people that you put in to be a family, it's hard to really know who they are. And so learning that, love language with my stepmom really helped me and her relationship grow. Not even on like a regular level, but on a deeper level, I think, because I can express my love towards her in a way that I know that was actually making her feel loved, and not just how I thought she would be loved.
And then that helped in return her do that to you?
Yeah.
To a junior about why they should be a mentor?
Definitely do it. I think you don't just change someone else's life, you also change your own. And it's really fun because you make friends with freshmen. People look up to you. Something new, and especially if you're not the talker type, doesn't mean you can't do it. Doesn't mean you can't try. Doesn't mean you can't change something in someone else's life. We have different types of mentors, and that's good because not everyone always wants to talk to the happy, outgoing person. They maybe want someone more quiet and more reserved to talk to them because not everyone feels comfortable with that. And some people warm up, some people don't. And I think different people for different things is good because it makes them feel more comfortable, and with comfortable you become more open, in my opinion.